everyone. I know it's been a while. I just kind of want to make a video and kind of explain what's been going on and all the things I've been doing around here, which doesn't really feel like I've done a whole lot lately, but I know a lot of things have changed around here, and I just kind of want to give an update and what this channel is going to be moving forward. The major thing that I've done this past summer basically is we redid our house. We did a metal roof on it and we painted the whole outside, put new fascia on it. We got a new front door. That's really all we did to the house, and it was right after we did the roof on the hen house, which I did do a video on. So it was right after that we did the house basically at the same time, because we had a really severe wind and hailstorm come through and ruin the roof and the siding and stuff too. So insurance paid us to replace all that stuff, and while we were at it we updated the roof or upgraded the roof to a metal one, because we should never have to worry about it again. So it's a pretty cool roof, and yeah, it's actually made to imitate slate tile, and it's made by a company called Edco. Really good company, and I really like how it looks, so we decided to go for it. Way more expensive than anything else, but we should never have to pay for it ever again, so that's the nice thing. I did the painting myself. The roof we had done because it was just a pain. The painting I did myself. We replaced the front door, which I did myself as well, and that all came out really nice. I also bought a new car because I have been eyeing this car up for a while now, and we decided just to go for it. So this is a 2023 Toyota GR Corolla, and it's a blast to drive. I absolutely love it. It's a very unique vehicle. All-wheel drive, 3-cylinder turbocharged with a manual transmission, and yeah, it's got like 300 horsepower and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. It's a really cool car, and I really like it. You can also see this behind me. I bought a mini excavator. Yeah, have some plans for this. Yeah, I really haven't done anything with it so far. I went and dug a stump out with it, and that's really all I've done with it, but I didn't record anything because I've just been kind of chilling lately. So yeah, I have that, which we will have some videos coming on that as well. I got my kids this little Polaris Ranger. I think it's like a 150. Yeah, it's a 150, and they absolutely love it. Kind of upgraded their go-kart because their go-kart it didn't have any suspension, and this one is way more comfortable and way safer too. Roll bar, seat belts, a lot better for both of them. And we got helmets with it too. So yeah, that's kind of what's new in here. We upgraded my wife's car too, got her a new CRV, or not a new one, but a newer one. And yeah, she really likes that. I've worked on some vehicles, like you can see that Accord sitting there. That's one of my project vehicles right now. I bought that off of an auction for, I think it was 800 bucks or $825, something like that. So I'm working on fixing that back up, and I'll resell that this summer probably at some point. I got all of my cars out of here, and I actually moved them down next to the hen house down there, just kind of out of the way. I want to try to clear this out, make it look a little nicer. Need to finish getting this out, but I'm probably gonna get the mini excavator over here and dig all these stumps out of here, clean this up and make it look really nice. Still need to get rid of those logs. So you can see the hen house there. I got that roof on, which you saw in the video. I got the windows, new windows put in, and that building's looking really nice now. I still would like to paint it again. I think we want to paint it to match the house, but that's kind of on the to-do list. And then at the same time we want to paint this garage as well to match the house. I think it's either going to be white or paint it to match the house, one of the two. This is the stump I dug up with that mini excavator. It was actually a pretty decent sized stump, and it ripped the roots out and everything. It worked really well. I'm actually extremely impressed with that little excavator because it was relatively cheap. I only paid $4,300 for it, and the prices since then have gone way up. Like since I bought it off of eBay, and I went and picked it up, but the same exact one, if you were to go pick it up right now, is like $5,800. So when I bought mine and was over there talking to the guy, he said the shipping costs have just gotten so outrageous that they've started to have to jack their prices up because of that. And I literally bought it at the cheapest time. It was such a great time to buy it. But I had been watching those for years, honestly. I've been wanting one of those, and I finally pulled the trigger when I saw it get that cheap. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we still have all this metal to clean up. I kind of came down here with the mini excavator that same day I pulled that stump out, and I started pulling metal out of here. I kind of pulled all the metal I could find right here and piled it here. So I kind of got a little start on that, but we obviously have a lot more to do. But I'm going to use that little mini excavator because it also has the hydraulic thumb on it too, which came with it, which also made it such a good deal. So I can come in here and kind of snatch all the metal out and pull it out of there, and I'm not gonna have to worry about popping the tires on my tractor that way either, because that was getting to be an issue. I got a lot of nails in my tires, my front tires of my tractor, so that's what kind of stopped this project. But now I can actually come back to it because I have the excavator with the tracks on it. So we got the John Deere just sitting in this building, put it in here for the winter, and probably just gonna honestly just stay in here for a little while. I don't really have any plans for it at the moment, so yeah, it'll be here. It's not going anywhere. I have some walnut logs here I was thinking about cutting and making some shelving out of. Still have a bunch of hay that I haven't gotten rid of, so I might actually keep that and use it for like covering for like seeded area. If I do some grass seed or something, it's good for that. And yeah, it's a pain to sell it, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. The corn crib here, I know once I talked about building a shop out of this. I've decided against that. I don't think it's a good idea. It's kind of far away from the house, and I'd rather have a shop up next to the house. You can see I put some supports on here, which I actually did try to pull this straight, which it's still not perfect. You can still see it's leaning a little bit there, but I did try to straighten it some, and it did a little bit, but I don't know what to do with this building, honestly. It's not in the best of shape, obviously, and the roof is missing on this half, most of it, and it's starting to rot in the bottom. So it's kind of hard to do, but I might actually just tear this down. I just don't know if it's worth saving. If you guys have some ideas on, I was thinking about I could gut kind of the inside and make it a little bit more usable, but right now these two grain bin sides, I can't really get in there to use them for anything. So I don't know. I probably could make it usable, but I need to do the roof and stuff. I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, this lean-to is way simpler structure, and it's so much more usable. That's the weird thing. Like, it's such a simple structure, and I have so much more use out of it. If you guys have ideas on what to do with it, or if I should take it down, let me know in the comments. This was one of my bigger projects. This Ford truck. If you live in Iowa and watched the news within the last month or two, Highway 30, there was like this intersection that has a lot of crashes. And on that like clip, they showed this truck getting hit, like T-boned, and then rolling over. That was this truck. And that was my grandparents that were in that accident. This was their truck. And as you can see, I have it now. I purchased it back from the insurance company, which turned out to be a really good deal. They actually didn't even want the truck. They said if I go and just pay the tow fee, which was like $850 or something, I can just have the truck. So I did that. And this truck, before the accident, was like brand new. My grandpa bought it brand new, and it only had, I think it was like 40-some thousand miles on it, or 50,000 miles, something like that. Low miles. It was a 2012 F-150, and it ran perfectly fine still, but the rear axle was destroyed on it, so you couldn't drive it. But I basically just tore it all apart, pulled the engine out, parted it out, and I made a killing on it. So I still have all this left over because This is kind of all the stuff that was either wrecked or I didn't use or whatever. So eventually I'll probably go scrap this, but every once in a while you think of something you might need and it's here. So I'll probably just end up just leaving it here, honestly, because it's nice to just have and it's not hurting anything, at least to me anyway. Nobody can see it down here. It's completely surrounded and nobody knows it's here. So as long as the county doesn't get at me for having junk vehicles, it's probably just going to stay there. Also, don't worry, because they were perfectly fine and walked away from the accident, which was pretty remarkable. Yeah, it was a horrific accident. They rolled over once and then ended up sliding on the passenger side of the truck down the highway for quite a ways. Then we have my hay fields, which I've been cutting and baling hay on for the last few years now, and that was one of the main things that kind of popped my channel off, was the baling hay and tractor stuff and vintage tractor stuff. And I've kind of moved away from that a little bit now. I still have like the John Deere Model A, and I don't have my old Ford 8N anymore, but I do have like my baler and stuff like that. But this year I have decided to let somebody else come and bale this. I already talked to the farmer. It's actually the farmer that bought all of my wife's grandfather's land. He farms this field here, and he actually said that he might turn that into just hay down there, and then he's just gonna bale all of the land I have here, and then he's just gonna pay me an amount per bale, whatever he gets out. And I think that's fine. Way less work for me, and I'll still make a little money off of it. I don't want the hay to just go to waste, because it's a valuable resource for people, and I want it to be used for something, and I wasn't using it to its full potential. I was really just doing it just to get clicks on videos, and I don't really want to do that so much anymore. I really want to actually be able to use it. I was only getting one cutting out of this per year, and you should be able to get 2 or 3, at least 2, possibly 3. So I need to finish ripping this fence out here too, because then it'll make it easier to do this. But I do have my racetrack, which I'm walking on right now. I have that pretty much completely done. It's a lot of fun.
So like wherever the steering wheel goes, the wheels go?
Yep.
Put the music back on?
You want the music back on? Yeah, almost hit that tree. Don't hit that tree. Turn! Ah, don't turn into that tree! Ah, there's so many trees!
Now I'm scaring you.
You are scaring me a little bit.
I'm just so happy that I'm driving.
You are driving really good. I really enjoy the racetrack. And you can see all this dirt. This is actually where I'm going to be putting in a pond. I just came out here one day with my tractor and just started digging away. And this is what I accomplished in a day. But yeah, you can see there's probably still a little bit of black dirt on the top of this. I could skim off a little lower, because you can see the clay right here. I probably need to get all of it down to this clay, so I could definitely skim off a little more. But yeah, I want to make a pretty decent sized pond right here, and then we're gonna dam it up right here and build this up, because it's kind of like a dip right now. Here you can kind of tell. And then the track is actually going to go over the top of the dam, because right now it's a really low dip here, and you kind of bottom your car out right here. And it's not very good. So I originally was just going to add a bridge here anyway, but then I'm like, oh, I could just dam it up and then make a pond right here. So I think that would work out good, and then I'll have a pond next to the cabin. So I think it'll be kind of cool. I want to do a pretty decent sized pond too. I don't want just like, you know, little koi pond or something. I want something big and substantial that you could potentially put a little canoe on, or a boat or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. So this racetrack is approximately 0.8 of a mile in total length. So it's actually a pretty decent sized track, and it's nice and long. I really want to get some type of a grader or something to smooth it out, because it's fairly bumpy, and I need to figure out how to make it less bumpy. Because it's just going to wear the shocks out on a lot of my cars that I use, because they're just road cars, you know. I did add some logs right here because this corner comes around here and it's a sharp corner right here, but you can see the track is also right here going the other direction. And I don't, if there's more than one car out here, I don't want them crossing right here because you can see they kind of run next to each other right here. But this is really the only spot that I was concerned because they're the closest right here, and this corner is kind of sharp, which I was thinking I could take out a few of these littler trees here and make it more of a gradual corner so they're a little farther apart. So I might do that eventually. But this is one of my favorite spots, especially in the summertime when all the leaves are on the trees, because it looks like a tunnel going through here. It's really cool. Oh, there's my little pine tree. I was wondering where that went. I thought it was gone. It actually looks like it's doing okay. It's green still. Well, that's good. I honestly thought the deer ate it or something. Which you can see there's a deer carcass there. I think the coyotes got at that one. But this little clearing here, I need to take this tree out. But this little clearing right here is where I want to put the cabin. It's actually right there is where I want to put the cabin. And then we're going to have like a little fire pit here, and then probably like a wood shed somewhere around here. But this is where the cabin's going to go. And I have a 3D model of it. I'll put it in the video right now of what I want it to look like. And it's 12 by 16, and it has a little loft in the top of it, but it should be a lot of fun. And that's the big goal for this summer, is to get that built. And we should be definitely able to do that. One of the big reasons that I kind of stopped making videos was doing the math and all of our finances and everything, and we really changed up our financial goals. And a lot of you know we got an inheritance from my wife's grandfather when he passed away, and that really opened my eyes to our financial situation, and I felt a big responsibility to not do the wrong thing with that money. So we basically, at this moment in time, have everything paid off except for our house. And how we are right now, our plan is to have our house paid off in 3 years. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you have a low interest rate on your house, that just is dumb, you should invest that. And yeah, I probably could make more money by investing all that money that we're putting on our house payment than just paying off the house. But it's a mindset, like having my property paid for, I feel like it's going to be a huge weight lift off my shoulders, because everything else that we've paid off, the tractor and student loans and all that stuff, we paid all of them off, and man, it has just been so uplifting, and it's just been amazing. So yeah, 3 years maximum, our house will be paid off and we will be debt free, and I cannot wait. It's so exciting to me. But going back to why I kind of quit YouTube was, it doesn't bring in money. It's not financially feasible to do all the time unless you get big enough, but I am not that big yet. So I do plan on keep doing videos. It's not going to be very regular like it was before, where I was doing one every couple weeks or so, but I am going to keep doing videos. We're going to be building that cabin. That's going to be the big one for this year. I'll probably do other little ones like showing the mini excavator, stuff like that. And yeah, that's really the big change. And this last summer I had a mowing contract for a cemetery nearby, and I got a part-time job on top of that, so I was just busy working, actually making money rather than making videos for YouTube. So time-wise, videos on YouTube take a long time and they do not pay near enough. I was getting paid maybe like $5 an hour to make a YouTube video. It's not a good use of time at all. So I still have my part-time job. I'm not doing the mowing contract for the cemetery again because mowing a cemetery is terrible. It is not fun, but I made decent money doing that, but I don't want to do it again. My part-time job is actually quite fun and I enjoy it quite a bit. Hopefully soon we'll actually be starting on the cabin. I really am itching to get at that, and I actually already bought the sliding patio door for the side of it. So that is sitting down in the hen house down there because I got a good deal on it at Menards. That's kind of our situation right now, and we're doing good. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.